I'm beginning to enjoy it.
I'm back. Logged off my drone. I'm recording my drone. Enemy down.
Yo, what's up? Moki here. Let me explain what you just saw. Ever since crypto came out, you have been able to grapple his drone and ride it into battle, pretty much doubling your grapple distance and speed. You can use this in arenas to completely break every meeting point designed by the developers. Maps and first-person shooters, especially those with tactical game modes, are usually designed with the meeting points in mind, meaning what kind of cover and line of sights there are when the teams meet each other for the first time after having left their spawn. Circumventing those meeting times has been a quest since forever. A perfect example for this are Lucio Rollouts in Overwatch, where players spend hours trying to perfect wall run routes to somehow make it to a capture point or other advantageous position before the enemy team can. With the introduction of ARENAS, Apex now also has rollouts. Right now I would consider Octane's jump pad, Pathfinder's grapple and zipline, and to a certain extent Loba's bracelet rollout abilities. Let me quickly explain how to perform a crypto slingshot rollout consistently before I talk about why it's not a problem that needs to be patched whatsoever. Have your crypto standing with his back to the force field facing you. You as the Pathfinder dictate the angle you want to slingshot in. I just walk back and forth to indicate this to my crypto. The crypto has to face you since this influences in which direction the drone spawns. Then, as soon as the timer runs out, crypto whips out his drone and flies a tiny bit upwards. Do this by pressing jump very briefly. You need to do this or else the crypto will hit himself in the head with his own drone. And then he simply flies backwards. No view inputs, no side to side inputs, just backwards. With the angle the drone looks towards the ground influencing the angle it flies backwards. You as the Pathfinder then simply grapple it and slingshot into battle. You can grapple the drone much later than you think. The further away it is from you when you grapple, the more speed you gain. Spend some time in the firing range with your crypto, perfecting this maneuver before you head in the game. How shallow or steep the crypto flies his drone depends on the map and where you want to go. Try to do it as shallow as possible to just barely go over obstacles, cause this will make it more likely you get to keep the momentum with a bunny hop. Now to why this technique is not a problem and isn't actually breaking arenas in any unfair way. If you use this to slingshot into enemies, you are now very likely in a 1 versus 3. With your team being 15 seconds behind you. If you can't out-aim 90% of your opponents, you're now in a lot of trouble. You only have the surprise moment in the first or second round. We ran into multiple teams that figured out what I was doing and just waited on the high ground for me to slingshot into them and then just melt me. As soon as you play against an even barely good or organized team, this crypto slingshot becomes worthless to fight the enemy team. Which leaves us with, is this useful to grab loot bins and crafting? Yes and no. I would argue that leaving your crypto in your base for 5 seconds is not worth the 10 to 15 seconds head start you get as Pathfinder. I posted a video 3 days ago where I use a regular grapple to go for rollouts, where I grab bins and crafting, with that only leaving your team about 7 seconds behind. Yes, there are cases where you can grab all the crafting in the middle of artillery before the enemy team can, or where you can get a great flank out of this, but at its core it's a YOLO strategy that's mostly fun and will become completely unviable as soon as you get above platinum and diamond level play. So have fun with this. Get some ridiculous 1 versus 3s, but be prepared for a lot of frustration if you run into 3 stacks. I quickly wanted to thank all the helpers from my Discord that helped with this video, especially Perry that captured the outsider's perspective of me swinging across the map.
I'm recalling my drone. Backing out of my drone. I'm good to go.
Oh! That was one. Oh, that was one.
I'm back. Logged off my drone. Hitting my eyes in the skies. Backing out of my drone. I'm good to go.
Crack over. Crack path.
Adding an extra pair of eyes. Backing out of my drone. I'm good to go. Taking my drone back. Taking fire. Enemy down. Adding an extra pair of eyes. Backing out of my drone. I'm good to go.
Recharge my shield.
Reloading. Enemy right here. Using grapple. I'm back. Logged off my drone. Signaling my drone back. Reloading. Adding an extra pair of eyes. Backing out of my drone. I'm good to go. I'm recalling my drone. Here I go. Signaling my drone back. Backing out of my drone. I'm good to go. Using grapple. Signaling my drone back.
Taking fire. Charging on my shield.
Horizon's warrior.
I'm down. Got one right here.